TIFU by realizing the older woman I've been sleeping with for months is my coworker's mom. The only fair resolution is, if he gets to bang your mom. Not to be that guy, but my mom's dead. I choose this guy's dead mom. Coworker, I also choose this guy's dead mom. Reddit. I understood that reference. Everyone did. Please update with what happens after you tell him. Worst case scenario, you ground him. Holy Jesus, ahahaha. Okay, I've sat here with an amused grin on my face, but I feel for ya. His ma is gonna tell him, no matter what you say, so you're just gonna have to give it the big dude. I had no clue. I'm so sorry. Can I buy you a beer? If he says no, just ground him for a week with no PlayStation. Now, tell him have a seat, son. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees, and the anal waxing. Birds and bees wax. Well, if he ever talks shit, you banged his mom. Quick, get him a news box. He's 5 secured. Do this. Be a good step bro, father, whatever. Tell him his bedtime is 6 PM now. I even trained him when he started at my company, and the kicker is I've been telling him in detail about this older lady and he's been giving me immense kudos about it, saying that it's his dream. This cinched it for me. 10/10. It's the candle wax on the butthole for me. I've heard my parents once going at it, and it was a bit weird for me. How must it be for that guy knowing what his mom is into, XD cringing so hard he implodes. Plot twist, she's lying about him being her son. She bangs everyone at your particular place of employment. Why, oh, your coworker's actually going through the same situation as you. That dude was confused because last week he told their boss that he was also looking for his cousin's street. There's only one way to break this news. In the middle of a game against him on Xbox Live. This is the answer op. Then you can tell her that you, technically, told him already, so she doesn't have to. Yo, imagine if the dude was like, you got a photo of her, or what? Right? She has sent me many explicit photos, but I feel like that's sorta messed up. To show your buddies that stuff. Thank God for morals. Picture having your buddy tell you he's banging a MILF, and then being shown a naked photo of your mom, after asking what she looks like. That's life ruining on many levels. Imagine being told in explicit detail how your ma enjoys hot wax dripping on her poop shoot. Oppose this man some therapy. Does aromatherapy count? Cause I've got some extra candles left over. If he's not dumb, he'll piece it together very soon. You being suddenly off work and him having seen you at the house equals big clues. What are you doing here? Your mom ain't no fun if the homies can't have mom. This is like something out of American Pie and I love it. You being in a pickle is hilarious for us, but I do hope it ends with the three of you happy. On the plus side, you and the MILF are both grown-ups in a consenting arrangement, so you've not really done anything wrong here. Has the guy's mum said anything about the situation since? Check the update. I may have to move to Mexico and start a new life. Oh, I've heard Mexico is nice. There are MILFs in Mexico. Just make sure who their children are first. You're his dad now. Just send him to his room if he gets mad at you. You motherfucker. Coffee just shot out both my nostrils. Time to bang him on the living room floor. Or better yet, butthole candle wax. Wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa. I was really enjoying this until I hit the line, including the time I dripped candle wax on her butthole. She a freak. I spent a good few minutes trying as hard as possible to not wake up my GF in a fit of laughter. This is a crap situation, but thank you for sharing. Know that I'm going to sleep with a smile on my face. I'm a man of the people. Please tell us how it goes tomorrow. Mfu, you'll be alright. Yeah, I'm more excited for an update on this than anything going on in my life currently. Same. Backquote so that was weird, but you RF it. You can now refer to me as backquote daddy. Then, periodically, throw out a mama joke. Then, maintain eye contact. Your mom calls me daddy, so I guess you can too. I already had a new name tag made. First, high five. Second, rip. Thank you my broski. time to go get cigarettes in another country. Dad. Honestly, you'll be fine. Your coworker though, haha, just swing him a my bad next time you see him and never speak about his mom at work again. But, just so we are clear, did you tell your coworker about the candle wax thing? Yes, and many other things. I can't imagine how he feels, LMAO, but you're now his superior in every way. Just keep your guard up at work for a while, if you think you need to, and be nice about the situation. As long as you're not iddy about it. No reason why grown-ups can't go about their business after that. Good luck, champ. What's he gonna do? Tell the boss his superior fucked his mom? Op probably isn't strong enough for the power fight he'd get for making the boss his weak. I would fassip him and tell that kid to get of my office so I could cry laugh without guilt. Of all the gin joints in the world. If she isn't married, I gotta side with her on this one. Yes, it'll be embarrassing as hell. Yes, coworker will likely be emotional. Better to do it soon after discovery of the situation than trying to hide it. You currently have the very legitimate excuse of I had no idea. Don't know if you plan on continuing to help the lady boom boom. But if you do, the honesty in that excuse is going to quickly expire. That would have been perfectly fine if he hadn't gone in detail about their banging candle wax butthole sexcapades. Now, hell no. Plan A has to be convince her and never ever tell him. Shrug, she's a grown up. If he is to, then he should come to terms with the fact that his mom has weird sex. Y'all are nuts. Totally effing unnecessary. It's clear they are not serious at all. They are F buddies. They barely even know each other. They can cut ties and move on with their lives literally no problem. Absolutely no reason to tell her son that she is having kinky sex with his friend and co-worker. It's not like there's a chance in hell they will continue to have sex. This is already the end of the escapade. Just realize it's not a great situation, and it would probably be a good idea to find other people to have casual sex with. Save her son the anguish and uncomfortable working situation. Frankly, it's just selfish. I suspect it's some weird pride thing. She is undergoing a midlife crisis, and she wants the pride of people knowing she can still get younger men. Take a funny picture of you two. Get cheap frame. Bring it work. Wait for hilarity. Preferably while dripping candle wax on her asshole with a huge grin and a thumbs up. That's too on the nose. Just pose with cheesy grins. And he can be holding a lit candle. The coworker will know. He will know. This is the way. A gentleman never kisses and tells. A gentleman never kisses drips hot wax on an asshole and tells. FDFY. Buy him candles for Christmas. Slightly used candles. Or repurpose the butthole wax into a new gift candle. I was on Tinder trying to find someone to hook up with during quarantine so as to stay safe. I'm sorry. But what? I can't figure out the logic here. Maybe he meant opposed to going out to a bar etc. Jesus, that guy's a horn dog. Isn't the worst thing about this if she doesn't sleep with him anymore and then he needs to get his bumhole waxing sexing in bars again. You'll be able to bond with your work colleague. You've both been deep inside the same woman. I'll push in that lady where you came out as baby. What exactly do you think is going to happen? I understand embarrassment, but set that aside for a moment. If you can, this person isn't literally going to kill you, right? If you think they are going to actually use violence against you, it's not us you should be talking to, it's security. You're not going to get killed. You're not going to get fired. You're not going to suffer any actual direct consequences outside of the embarrassment and awkwardness. You haven't done anything wrong, and you certainly haven't committed any crimes. The worst thing that can happen is maybe someone yells at you. And yes, having someone yell at you can feel very bad, depending on your history. It may be an actual psychological trigger. I don't know you. I can't make an assumption there. But recognize that you can scope down the possible consequences to only that, and prepare yourself and deal with it accordingly. Tangentially, as a general recommendation, it's not a great idea to discuss sex in detail with your coworkers, but this could equally have happened with just a friend or acquaintance you met through any other venue. Tangentially, as a general recommendation, it's not a great idea to discuss sex in detail with your coworkers. Politics, religion, And 6. The holy trinity of conversation you should generally leave outside the office if you don't want to have a bad time. Highly depends on the work environment. But yeah, with that said, if I'm going to tell a coworker about someone I hooked up with, the first, and one of the last, thing I'd do would be to show them a picture, like from their profile. It's honestly kinda weird to me that op didn't.